This is a short discussion of the reflection of light. Now, when light strikes a nice, flat, smooth surface, it reflects. And when it reflects, it obeys the law of reflection. The law of reflection states that the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. So as the drawing shows, we have an incident ray that is striking the mirror. That's the path that this narrow beam of light would follow. We have a normal, and normal is a line that is perpendicular to the surface. And then we have the reflected beam of light, or the reflected ray. The angle of incidence is the angle between the incident ray and the normal, and the angle of reflection is the angle between the reflected ray and the normal. These two angles are always equal in any kind of reflection, whether it be light, sound, or any kind of wave. And it's also true that the incident ray, the reflected ray, and the normal, all three of these lie in the same plane. In the diagrams above, you can see two types of reflections. In the one on the left, you see parallel rays of light that are striking a smooth, plane surface, such as a flat mirror that we have over here. In this case, you can see all of the parallel rays of light are coming off of the mirror. This type of reflection is called specular reflection. The word specular comes from the Latin word speculum, which basically means mirror. So this type of reflection is essentially reflection off of a very smooth surface, such as a mirror. When light is incident upon a rough, even microscopically rough, such as your page that you're reading in your notes, then we get a different type of reflection called diffuse reflection. And you can see the differences between the two of them. See, if you were to shine a narrow beam like a flashlight at a mirror, you wouldn't see that beam of light unless you position your eye at the right location to see it. However, with diffuse reflection, you might be able to see an object in a variety of different angles, say looking here, or looking here, or looking here, or here. So all of these places with your eye, you could see this object. I should mention one thing about these two types of reflection that may not be obvious. From here you can see that each of these beams will obey the law of reflection. As I draw normal lines in here, you can see that that angle of incidence will be equal to the angle of reflection for each of the individual rays. But it may not be so evident over here. But if you were to draw a normal for every surface as it bounces in, each beam of light, you'll see that obeys the law of reflection individually for this ray. And then say you take another ray and draw a normal line in here, you would see that that also obeys the reflection. So even though the light is being reflected at a variety of different angles, each of these individual beams of light are actually obeying the law of reflection. Okay, go ahead and practice your ability to solve law of reflection with a rather straightforward example number 1.